trout. Hello. Trying to just adjust the camera angle here. And hoping this electric bug zapper that my girlfriend got. Nah, I didn't feel no earthquake. That hit the Aleutian Islands. That wasn't any of us. We're good on that. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Okay, here's the other thing I was missing. Cool. Sorry, I disappeared for a second. Or, you know. Not gonna be messing around too much in this. This is all pretty last second, so I'm not gonna be really going through stuff a whole lot. But it'll be kind of like I'm cutting in a fish house a little bit. I don't gotta worry about gutting fish or gilling them or anything like that. Just hammer through it, pretty much. But the only thing about this is my buddy wants these skinned, so I gotta skin all of them. And I'm also losing some light because it's getting late, so I gotta do this quickly. How you doing, Kim? I kind of have to work a little quick today because this is on short notice, and yeah, it's starting to get dark. There aren't a lot of these fish, but it's enough to where I know I'm on a time crunch. So hopefully this stream isn't too long, but if it is, it's gonna get more difficult as it goes on. Because the less light I have, the darker it's gonna get. Or the less light I have, the harder this is gonna get. Yeah, I don't have time for that right now. He's giving me a fish. Cause I'm not worried about beer right now. I want food. I can get beer from him some other time. If you're here for it, this is actually the same friend that I cut the big halibut for on one of my live streams. Yeah, nothing wrong with any of that. Hold on a second. I gotta rethink my strategy. Hold on. Like I said, I've had to be pretty quick about all this. So I usually give myself a little bit of time to set up. I'll put the finished fillets in here when I'm done with them. But yeah, I skinned it, leave all the bellies on, bone in. Exactly how I wanted it. The only thing I should be doing is teabagging it, but his kids are gonna be eating this, so no. If it was just him, then yes. Looks good. How's everybody doing tonight so far? I know there's not gonna be a lot of people watching this, but that's okay. This has got a little bit of a hook now. I really want everybody to know that I have a new video that's coming out tomorrow. And it does involve this same type of fish. And I think a lot of you guys are gonna like it quite a bit. I'm not worried about washing these fish as much. I just need to straighten them out. I literally bent it over the table to straighten this fish out. But if you're just wondering, this is sockeye salmon. We also call this red salmon here a lot. These fish are really fresh, so they're gonna be really slippery and the bone's gonna be really hard. Sorry about that. Everybody makes mistakes. It's no big deal. Come on. There we go. The red color in salmon is really just caused by their diet. They absorb the pigment, the color pigments from, sorry.
There's a bee near me.
They absorb the color pigments from, yeah, there you go. From krill, shrimp, and when they're juveniles, they also absorb the pigments from insects they eat. Sorry about the little side quest there and murdering the little bees, but I don't want to get stung and they're getting near me, so they have to deal with it. Did it again. Yep. Whatever. These ones also are a little bit more fresh than the last ones. Yeah, mostly. I mean, it's a cheap one I just snagged from work that I'll bring back tomorrow. I know it's a cheap one. I'm pretty sure it's made out of nylon. Me personally though, I would rather go with one glove, well, two gloves that are not two like, you know, halfway decent gloves that are cheap over one expensive one. The 2 layers of protection is always better than 1 layer, in my personal opinion. Plus, I like the grip I like the grip certain gloves give me. The really stiff gloves, they're not. I don't know. They kind of make the fish hard to hold on to. When salmon are really fresh, they're actually pretty easy to handle. Yeah, it's 9:50 p.m. here. I'm doing this because my friend needed it, and I figured I'd help him out. When salmon are as stiff as these are, they're a lot harder to skin because the meat doesn't want to flex with the meat doesn't really want to flatten out with the table. At least in my experience. Plus, this knife is kind of old and it's very, very good. Ah, good. Well, good evening or good night from, good morning, whatever, from Anchorage, Alaska. Or I'm cutting sockeye salmon at almost 10 o'clock at night. Because I'm helping out a buddy of mine. Move that over there. How you doing there, Corey? Nice to meet you. Sorry I'm not always looking at the chat because I have a knife in my hand and somebody else's fish, so I gotta pay attention to what I'm doing. Now, if this is my fish, I'd want to try an experiment where basically I'd want to try and cut one of these with a back, look like, you know, blindfolded or a bag over my head. I do that for a video. I do one for a live stream and I do one for a video. Yeah, I know. The fish didn't hurt nobody, but it's wiping out other species like spot shrimp and side stripe shrimp, which are worth a lot more and they're more endangered than this are. So if you think about it, it's just a, you know, a method of population control. And suck it. That's the most important part. Suck it. Name an illegal alien? I don't know. George Lopez probably was at one point. There we go, finally. That's always how I hope to skin salmon, but it doesn't always work that way. Sometimes you just gotta get a little bit of a warm up. You'll miss a little bit here and there. Just trim it. It's all good. Yeah, sure. The sharpener I use is a machine. I cannot remember for the life of me what it's called. You can buy them at Bass Pro Shop for like $100, Alaska prices. I'll straighten the fish out. Oh, it's so fresh. Oh shit. Almost screwed up there. That would have been bad. Is anyone going to be accusing me of animal abuse today? Let's see. Yep, this is wild salmon, 100%. Please, everybody watching, like the stream. Especially if you're a troll and you want to accuse me of animal abuse again. That part's funny. Ah, screwed that one up a little bit. Well, that's not too bad. That's easy to fix. go. I mean, these aren't even fully out of rigor mortis yet. These are real fresh. It's fine. Any mistake I make, I can always fix it.
Buonasera. Buonasera, mi. Buonasera. Oh, what was it? I'm trying to remember. La mia amicas? E lo mio amigos. Buonasera.
I'm about to spray.
Okay.
Let's spray water. I want to get you wet.
Good night.
I gave Josh a haircut.
Okay. Okay.
Did you get to use the zapper?
Yeah, I think I got it once. It was arcing in the middle of it, so I fixed it, and now it doesn't.
Okay.
That's what that constant zapping noise was. It's not supposed to do that.
What is the hardest fish you filleted?
Hardest fish? Probably skate. Skate's pretty bad. I hate cutting that shit. King clip is terrible. Also called cuss eel, which I like to call it cuss eel because it makes you want to cuss at it. Sorry, honey.
It's okay. I need a shower anyway.
Okay.
Salmon are already some of the most overfished species, and you have the heart to still take them out of the environment.
Oh, I don't have the heart. I got the balls too.
Pretty good ones too. Those are beautiful.
Uh-huh.
Beautiful red salmon. Are those for the puppies? The scraps?
We got so much of it at work right now.
Oh.
We got like 50
Well,
pounds. We got like 50 pounds of that shit. I can't fit all that in the pot. I wouldn't be able to fit all that in the pot.
Boil the shit out of it.
Boil it?
Boil the shit out of it.
Well, yeah, I know, but I would need to store this too. I can't store this here.
Oh. Where are you fishing? He did not do the fishing.
I was just cutting the fish for a buddy of mine.
Yeah. Which he probably did it down in the Kenai Peninsula.
I think Kisilof, actually.
Kisilof? Yeah, that's part of the Kenai Peninsula. Kisilof?
Oh.
Kenai Peninsula consists of Kenai, Soldotna, Kisilof, Sterling, and Seward.
Yeah, I think so.
Bro is yapping with Down syndrome.
Okay.
Jesus on his side. Do you guys utilize the heads as well?
Not this time.
No, because we have a lot.
We got a lot of this. We got a lot of that shit.
Are you still going to scrape the bones?
If you want to. I mean, I'm in a rush because I have to skin all of these too. I don't want to be up all night. We got the other ones inside too.
Yeah. Well, that's not much from what I saw inside the house.
Well, if you want to, you can.
That'd be great.
Okay.
But I got kiddo to take care of tonight.
I gotta sleep sometime.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, baby.
I've been up since like 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Looks beautiful.
It's just I hate when it's like that shit keeps happening.
And I know you called my fillets a piece of shit.
What?
I know you called my fillets. They look like shit.
When?
I know. I'm sorry.
Well, I didn't.
I'm out of practice.
I don't remember saying that.
Oh yeah, you opened the bag and said my girlfriend's fillets that look like shit. It's okay. They did, honestly.
Well, like if you compare the two, it sticks out pretty hard. But I also make this look a lot easier than it is.
Hello, Lucinda. Looks amazing, guys. Take care. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Chris.
There's only 7. Wow. I was hoping-
17? No, wait. 17 likes. 97 people watching.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Damn, shitting on his girlfriend fillets. Yeah. But I do admit, I am out of practice. It's been years.
Honey,
I'm sorry. I'm trying to read it too.
I know, but you're also getting your head in the camera.
Well, just the top of my head.
I know, but
I'm watching.
people are evil, and sometimes people want us to take your shit and steal your identity. So I'm just saying.
True.
There's another reason why I don't have my face on
All
camera.
right. Good night, everyone.
I love you, honey.
You too.
No, I'm not saying people watch my streams want to do that. Just.
I know. But it does happen.
Oh yeah, that happens a lot. Yeah. Steal my identity, then it's worth a whole bunch of nothing. You can troll, any people can troll me all they want, I don't give a shit. I'm doing this to have fun and get a little bit of free food out of it. I also help out a buddy of mine. If this is somebody I didn't know or a friend of a friend, I'd do it for cash. There's nothing wrong with having a, security for your identity. That might be a little bit better. But how's it going, everybody? It's how you doing? Nothing. It's 10 o'clock at night here in Anchorage, Alaska, and I'm cutting some fish for a buddy of mine that only told me a few hours ago that he had these. But that's fine. Shit. The way he wants it done is a little bit more labor, but it's fine. Not that I can't handle. It's not a lot of fish, but I'm not going to be messing around with other stuff I don't really need to do today because it's quite late and I want to eat some more pizza and then go to sleep. Well, probably do another Victorinox and then go to sleep. What's that?
Mostly raw milk.
Thank you. My girlfriend gave me some mostly raw bread dough. Chewing on it like I'm a hush puppy in World War II. Me and my war rations. It's like comfort food to me. Sorry, these bees are terrible. Getting on my damn nerves. Down to some bees, that's funny. That's pretty good. My buddy's just grateful that I'm not charging him for it. That one didn't want to come off. Oh yeah, they're awful. Wonderful, Owen. Good for you. Look into my criminal background. See that you'll find absolutely nothing. I got nothing to hide. I just don't feel like showing my face on the internet. There's something wrong with that? Nope. Little fish. Good for you, Owen. Yeah, my buddy's not very good at cutting fish. He's good at it. Well, he's all right at it, but I do it all the time. And I don't have a problem with it as long as he's giving me a fish or two, you know, in return. This is pretty normal here in Alaska. You know, fish processors here charge way too damn much for this. Some places here will charge like $4 or $5 a pound for filleting, vacuum packing, freezing fish, which is a lot. Even for me, and I know exactly how valuable this is. It's not free labor. I'm just helping them out. It is way too much. I mean, that's like a mid-range price. I wouldn't say that's a low or a high end. Low end, if you can find it, you'll find them for like $2.50, $3 a pound. Sometimes they go up to $4. If you want it smoked, it could be upwards of $10. So you just gotta shop around for that. I mean, that's it. I mean, any game processor is going to charge you quite a bit because it's a specialty job, especially if you're talking about like, you know, deer, moose, elk, blah, blah, blah. I mean, bird processors, I have no clue what they charge. I can only imagine. No, these are from Casilla. No, it's not hard. But you have to understand that really fresh red salmon is quite slippery. You know, it's not difficult to just spin these things around like that, see? Plus my knife's not perfectly sharp, so, you know, none of my knives are. But I also use my knives a lot. My day's doing fine. How about you, Andrew? When you're dip netting, it's 25 per person, and then per household, it's 15 per person on top of that. So if you're a single person, it's like, you know, you're only allowed to catch 25 if you live by yourself. And if you're married, one kid, add 30 onto that. So 55. And then if you're like snagging or whatever, you know, or fishing with lures or dip netting or whatever, however you're doing it, it's all different. And then depending on the type of salmon, whether you're catching pinks, chum, silvers, you know, reds, kings, and then including jack kings, and then you got the odd Atlantic salmon that you'll catch in our waters. Kind of made their way over here for some reason. You know, they're all different. Atlantic salmon, there's no live release because they're not supposed to be here. It's getting darker now. Yeah, it's all different. And then the rules are different, and how you're allowed to catch it is different depending on what type of water you're in, salt water, fresh water, whatever. Sorry, there we go. I couldn't get a grip on it. Yeah, he told me limit is back of truck. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of them are gonna tell you that. If that was my limit, that's exactly the limit I'd go to. In that case, I'm sure everybody would invest themselves in a semi, or at least one. Oh yeah. Salmon is like I want to say my second or third favorite fish to eat. And that's the whole salmon family. Doesn't really matter what kind, honestly. I'll eat all of them. Oops. That happens sometimes. Sometimes it tears. Just trim it. There you go. But my favorite fish to eat of all time is cobia. That's that good shit. Mahi. Mahi's pretty damn good to eat. As long as the fish is really fresh. If it's not, it's just nasty. Just because of how brown those fish go, how fast those fish go brown. It's just like they can go from being really nice, like they're really nice and like bright green and that little bit of black or blue they got on them sometimes. You cut it, the meat's nice and like, I don't know, tannish white with a really bright bloodline. You put it inside the bag, you put it under ice, you come back the next day, it's all brown and gross. You know, that's why you don't pre-cut mahi ever. Well, rarely can you do that, but there's ways to get around it. It's not a guarantee. And sometimes you just end up cutting the bloodlines out of all your fish and you don't really got a choice. Just so the customer will take them and you don't have to listen to nobody bitch. That's how it works in the fish house sometimes. Just work in such a way where you don't have to listen to anybody complain. Yeah. The one fish that's way worse than that is called wahoo, or it's also called ono. I don't know any other names for it, but when those fish are really fresh, they're awesome. Except the belly part. The belly part's really nasty in my experience. But when those fish get old, there ain't a chance. I mean, it's a miracle if you get a perfect fillet out of it, and if they're really soft, there ain't a chance in hell you're making that look good in any possible way. And if you gotta skin it, forget about it. Not happening. You might as well just tell the customer, take its skin on or don't take it at all. Because all it's gonna do is shred that meat up like you wouldn't believe, and it's the only thing it's good for is tacos. Oh yeah. Hold on a second, Joe. Wait. My buddy actually wants all these skins, so. See? That white membrane, that's just what was holding the skin onto the meat. When you cook it, that's gonna help hold the meat together. That's what you want. That's called flavor. Anybody tells you different, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. You'll see people intentionally shave it off there, just tell them to stop it. You know, it doesn't always come out perfect because no two fish are the same. But yeah, that's how it's supposed to look. Doesn't always work out perfect, but it's fun. Thank you very much, Joe. I appreciate it. Everybody on this stream should like and subscribe. That way I can do this all the time and stream all the damn time. This one looks like it had a bunch of mites or something in it. I'm not really sure. But if there's any mites under the skin, we'll see them. But that might just be ice dents. Does everybody notice how much this fish is moving around on me when I'm cutting it? That's how slippery this fish is. Like, I was just trying to pick it up and the fillet was moving on me. Yeah. Trout. Yeah, okay. Huh. Yeah, it happens with all fish. Just salmon are notoriously slimy. Sturgeon are probably the worst. Well, probably close to being the worst. I mean, eel is in a whole different class of slimy. That's like a whole different sport. Like, you don't even fillet that fish normally either. Come on. There we go. I bet you did the best job of gutting me some of these. Just because some of the membranes are still stuck in there. That's okay. I'm just gonna hurry and finish this up. But give you guys the best entertainment I can for what I got. It's alright though. How you doing, Carol? Dude. Yes, I actually do know that. Eels are a crazy animal. The majority of the eel species, or I think all of them, migrate to the Sargasso Sea whenever they go to breed, and then they all die. They're such a weird animal. At least that's what I've heard, and I've seen several videos on it. But I don't know that for sure. I don't know that if they confirm that to be 100% sure, because like scientists only recently figured that out or something like that. I'm getting stuck. There we go. Sometimes the bloodline looks a little weird. Sometimes, oh, that's just how salmon bloodlines are. They have a weird color to them. Especially red salmon because it's so exaggerated. How you doing, BS? How you doing, Andrew? Eight tax. Oh, eel tax? The eel tax they have in the UK, you mean? I think I've heard about that. I remember seeing that. I remember hearing the first thing about that when I watched a documentary on Billingsgate or something like that. If we're thinking of the same thing, you'll know what I'm talking about. I haven't watched it in a couple of years. I've always wanted to go to that fish market. Not too many more, but I hope everybody's liked the stream so far. Let's get this stream to 50 likes before we're done here. You know? I love talking to all you guys. It's really cool. This is sockeye salmon. You'll see the color of meat here in just a minute. Like, you can see a little bit now, but you'll see it a lot more here in a sec. My girlfriend's son's crying, if you hear that. He probably doesn't want to go to bed. Beautiful red meat. 100% wild. No hatchery needed for this. Like salmon icy or no? Yeah, it's 10:22 here in Anchorage. Oh, I'll show you guys why I trim like that in just a second. Okay. That's a very good question. I never thought about when somebody asked me that. Okay, this right here I screwed up on. So I'm basically gonna come under the rib cage. And there's a little piece of the spine that was connected here. And I take the rib cage, part of the rib cage off. Oh, there you go. More of the rib cage off. This little anal fin thing here, there's a bit of fin that I don't want on there. Just cut it so that way it's straight. This little belly fin right here, I don't want this on here. So I just cut around it. See? There's a little piece of cartilage in there you don't want. And you can't have that on there when you're skinning it. I cut that little bit off and this little bit. So that way the knife is less likely to catch on the edges when I'm skinning it. So the knife slides on the skin a little bit easier. And these edges have a little bit of bone in them. So I have to trim those off or else there's gonna be a bunch of little bones in there. The little edges, I would be able to make those thinner, but like I said, this knife I'm using is not very sharp right now. My sharp ones are at work. Everybody watching, I actually have a new video coming out tomorrow that I'm sure everybody would like to watch. Subscribe, like the stream, everything else. I'll look at the... I screw up a little bit, but that's fine. That's not a big deal. When that happens, it happens to all of us. Just line it up and it's fixed. It's almost like it never happened.
What do you think of Copper River salmon?
Copper River salmon is good. It can be pretty wormy at times. My problem with it is it's overpriced and a bit overhyped. Because this and Copper River are the same animal. They're scientifically the same fucking animal. And when Copper River run starts, that fish starts off at like $34 a pound for fillets. It's stupid. Like, they take good care of the fish most of the time, but I don't believe the hype here. That's a good question. I haven't had anybody ask that before on here, but that's my honest answer. Nope, these are sockeye salmon. I got stuck and I slipped through the rib cage. Take a little fin out. But yeah, that little fin that I cut out, every salmon species has it. I don't know what the name of it is. I just call it a belly fin because it's really easy to figure out what it is and where it is. And you know to cut it off because that's just part of the job. I know, some really crazy color. Oh, the heads haven't been cut off. The heads haven't been cut off at all. I just cut the heads off of this. I just cut the head off of this. See, I cut the heads off because it's easier for me. I do that for probably 80 to 90% of all the fish I fillet. I cut the heads off of them because I don't need it unless it's kind of necessary to have it on for certain reasons, or it's so well attached that I can't get it off with my knife. Oh shit! And yeah, I just say screw it. I'm not gonna deal with it. I'm just gonna cut around it, and I'll just do the best I can. On these ones, I'm skinning all of them because that's how my friend wants them. But whenever I have myself, I skin it. I keep the skin on it about 80% of the time. Just depending on what I'm using it for. A little thin bit there. That's fine. Ooh, that looks so good. I hope everybody's learning something or they see something cool. You know, like the stream, please. We're getting to the end. This is the end. Oh, and this little piece of skin here. Oops. Didn't want to knock the camera over the tripod. Bam! That would suck. Yeah, see? I literally just cut the head off of it. I don't keep heads on. It's better to have a flat cutting surface than a curved one. Especially when the fish wants to move around on you. Even with the head on, it's still gonna move around on you. You're welcome, Linda. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Joe. Thanks, 6'5". I appreciate it. Tomorrow I got a new video coming out. If you haven't heard already, it's a recipe of mine that involves sockeye salmon. It does not exist on the internet anywhere else, as far as I know. To be honest, it's a hybrid of two different recipes. My only member named Riva has seen it already, and she absolutely loves it and wants to try it for herself. She commented on the video. You can read it tomorrow when it comes out. 3 p.m. Alaska time. So if you live in New York, it's going to be 8 p.m. If you live in California, it's going to be 4 p.m. If you live in Britain, it's going to be whatever time happens to be the right time. Because the only time that's relevant to me is Alaska time. And that's all it's always going to be. What did I just tuna into? You tuna into eggplant. Thank you, John. I appreciate it. I don't do streams this late very often. I prefer not to because I still have things I have to do tomorrow. I'm working on editing another video right now too. That's gonna be of another recipe that involves fish, but it's not this. I've only handled it once on a live stream before, and everybody knows what this fish is called too. Absolutely everyone. You don't even have to know what it looks like. Everybody's seen it on TV. Oh. I wish it was an Arapaima, but it's not. Yep, this is the last fish, by the way. But yeah, this is Alaskan sockeye salmon that my buddy caught while I was dip netting. That's why all the fins are clipped, because that's part of the regulation. They don't look like that naturally. You can see that it was cut. This is a really small male fish. They got pretty small teeth on them, not very big. And this is definitely the firmest of all the salmon species. But yeah, whenever I cut these fish, I always start with cutting the head off. I'll give you a detailed one since this is I don't know why they clip the fins. Frozen? No, this is rigor mortis. It's not frozen. I mean, this is fresh salmon. If this is frozen salmon, it would not look like this. That's for sure. Yeah, I scrape the skin like that to get a lot of the slime off. Because you introduce more water, it makes more slime. But I cut around the collarbone at a very steep angle on both sides. Flip it over. I lift up the fin so that way it gets out of my way. And depending on how big the fish is, if it's king salmon, I didn't clip them to prove that they were dip netted or something. I really don't know. But everywhere's got a little bit different regulation. If these are really big fish like king salmon, I do what I call a stab under the armpit, cut out towards the throat, and then cut around. But this is small. Do that. You cut. Oh shit. And then you cut through the spine, and then the head comes right off. Salmon have very, very soft bones. Well, they're brittle. They're not soft. But when they start to swim inland, their bones get harder, and they get a little bit skinnier. The best thing for you to do at this point would be to wash the fish, because you're still going to have a bunch more slime on there. I don't really do it. I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes. You want to get the little piece of gut off, whatever. It's fine. You can also wipe it with your hand. That helps too if you don't want to use your knife. A lot of people, when they cut salmon, they go inside the belly and they cut down this way. I don't like doing that. The glove, probably yes. It is sold as a cut-proof glove, but I don't trust any of them. And there's a hole in this one right here. So, you know, that doesn't mean shit. This knife is very sharp, yes. But like, okay, I'll use 2 fingers on it and I'll be able to cut through this. Okay, let's call it 3 fingers because I need to be able to control it. I'm gonna cut this, you know, at least make that with 3 fingers on it. Well, whatever. I don't want to mess this fish up by accident to show off. And get down. The simpler the motion you have, most of the time they're better. And I just cut right around the fin. Because you just gotta basically curve your knife around the fin. See? Like that. It comes right off. I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but I was trying to watch what I was doing. And I'll give you guys a better look at the anal fin that I trim off. That little bit, that's not edible, that's all bony. So you basically find where that white line is. Oh, shit. You find where that white line is right there. And you'll know where the bone stops, which is right next to it on this little pinkish part right there. And you just line it up. Oh yeah. The only time I ever like big fish is if it's whole fish. Or if it's stuffed in something like salmon en croûte or fish pie or something like that. I just went into autopilot there for a second. I didn't even continue the demonstration. That's stupid. Well, if you wanted a more in-depth demonstration on how to do that, I have a video on it. It was actually the most recent video that came out, besides the one that's going to be coming out tomorrow. So if you want to go have a watch before you go to bed or something, go right ahead. It's pretty short. It's not very long. I like to try and make people laugh whenever I'm cutting fish. You know what I'm saying? It's fun. Pepper, salt, and mayo. I've been seeing a lot of people do that lately. I've been seeing a lot of people coat their salmon in mayo and then bake it. I've been curious as if that's any good or not. I think I had it one time from one of the cooks that was making it at work. But I don't know. Something about how he cooked it wasn't very good. All right, last one. I hope my homeboy that this fish belonged to is watching right now, because I got a little special message for him at the very end of this. After I show you guys everything. Take the glove off. Take the other glove off. I'm wearing this glove under this because this glove is not very comfortable. Put this on for here. Okay, it's wild caught salmon. That was the ice it was in. That's all the scraps I ended up with. That's all the fillets. Tartar sauce sounds okay if it's made with dill pickles. Yep, 1038, 1039 actually, whatever. No, these aren't boneless. There's still pin bones in them. I didn't bone all these. I don't have time for that. But yeah, I'm really happy everybody came out tonight. One more person liked this stream. Let's get this to 50 likes, everybody. Please. Pretty please. But yeah. Steven for W8C, keep your Cash App shit off of here. 52 likes. Thank you very much, everybody. I'm gonna keep looking for questions. Probably clip to prove their catch. Yeah. This is sockeye salmon that I just cut for a buddy of mine. You're the 60? Oh, thanks, bro. Appreciate it. Ni hao ma. I do not understand Chinese. These scraps, I don't have enough. I have a lot of them at work that I have stored right now, and I've got like 50 pounds of this stuff I'm gonna making a dog food, and I just don't have room for all of it. Hell no, I love Alaska. I never want to live anywhere else. Fuck the lower 48. Made some crab traps. Yeah, if I had a boat or some crab traps, I would. Hell yeah. Make me some real damn crab cakes. Oh, I'll be making dog food for this. Don't worry. I'll be making a video for the dog food. Don't worry about that. You'll be getting this dog food video. You bet your ass on that, and it's gonna be a lot more in depth than just making the dog food itself. Well, as in depth as I can get it. You know what I'm saying? I can't sell the dog food because, yeah, I can't sell the dog. Well, I could sell the dog food, but in order to do that commercially, I would need licenses and stuff. And I'm broke, so I don't have licenses. From Houston, Texas? Nice. Oh yeah, oh yeah. But you'll see. Anyway, I gotta call my buddy to come. I gotta call my buddy, and if he's watching this stream, with I got a few more dogs. Oh, I'll show you what to do with them in the next couple of weeks. So that way, thanks Bean Show. I appreciate it. But yeah, I'll show you guys the next couple of weeks. But you guys are gonna really like it. But yeah, to my buddy that this fish belongs to. You know, with all the love and all the consideration in the world, please, with sugar on top, come get your shit. Thank you very much, BS. I appreciate it. But yeah, I need to take a shower and I need to clean this stuff up. So I really hope everybody appreciate my time. Well, appreciate this stream. Mr. Payne, what's going on? I love that name. Yeah, this is sockeye salmon from Alaska, and I really hope everybody has a great night. And go eat some fish, damn it. Bye bye.